Hello everyone, I'm the Canadian Gaming Penguin. The Heavensturn event has begun today, December 31st, 2020, and it will continue on until January 18th, 2021. I almost said 2020. Yes, it's a never-ending year. Sorry. I've turned into a snowman. No, not really. Anyway, so here I am in the App Castle area in Limsa Upper Deck, and the event begins. So here's your App Castle Aetheryte shard, and it begins right over here. There's other things that you can buy here, but unfortunately, as this lady says, my apologies, madame, but I do not yet have any traditional Heavensturn souvenirs to offer, but fear not, our good bearers should arrive ere long. So if you wanted to just skip the event, well, you can't. Because you have to do at least this very first quest, which doesn't take too long, depending on a few things. And so the Heavensturn event is the yearly seasonal event for the new year by Chinese zodiac standard, and the year 2021 is the year of the ox. So naturally we have the ox here, and the ox kabutos that will be the rewards partly of this event. Let's start the quest. Ushi Byogo, as I butcher his name. And we can see the kabuto, the crimson kabuto, crimson ushi kabuto specifically. And there's no visor to hide or show, but that's the crimson one, and then there's the black one as well. The black ushi kabuto. I think the black ushi kabuto fits this outfit better than this one because this red is different than the pants that I have on. But anyways, steering clear of trouble. Then we have the fancy ox symbol there too. The Ushibugo cannot help but notice you're noticing the figure adorning his helmet. Excuse me, madame, but are you by chance an adventurer? Yes, only one so well-traveled would dress in such a peculiar manner. Like an elf. Though I suppose some might argue it is my garbs which make for a spectacle in these lands. Yeah, a kimono is not so... That is a kimono, right? Sorry for people that it's wrong. Ahem. In these lands. Ahem. Perhaps introductions are in order before I give further offense. I am the Ushi Byogo, and I am come from the far east to share with these good people the traditions of Heavensturn. The Yarzians believe that, at year's end, the gods chose one among their number to serve next as a herald of good fortune, is that right? In the far east, it is not a god, but one of the 12 great beasts that is chosen. And this year, it is the mighty Ushi. I believe the locals here know it as an ox. If you're unfamiliar with this most sacred of animals, you need but look upon the resplendent figure adorning my kabuto. Indeed, Heavensturn is a most wondrous celebration, the capstone of her festivities being the pounding of rice. Hello, Miss Callie. No, I can't give you attention right now. As I say as I'm patting her back. Callie is my cat. One of. Indeed, Heavensturn is a most wondrous celebration, the capstone of her festivities being the pounding of rice. You mean mochi, yes? I've pounded my fair share. Or, rice is to be boiled, sir, not pounded. We're gonna go with that one because we're gonna pretend we don't know what mochi is. Meant to be boiled, sir. Boiled? Surely you mean steamed. How else is it to gain its fluffy, sticky texture? It is that selfsame quality that allows us to make advent cakes. You see, once the rice is steamed, we place it into a large mortar, then beat the rice into sticky dough. A seemingly monotonous way of cooking, but I assure you it can be quite fun, and the end result is a most delectable treat. Wishing to make the most of the monotonous occasion, we received permission from the Adventurers Guild to have the rice pounded not by a cyclops but a gozu, which bears a striking resemblance to the divine beast which heralds the coming year. Everything appeared to be proceeding apace, but the pounding was set to begin ages ago, and not even a morsel of mochi has found its way here. When I last spoke with Mochi Daikon, I butchered that. He assured me that the pounding was nearly complete. Something has gone amiss, I'm certain of it. Dear Madame, hello, Callie. Dear Madame, might I prevail upon you to go and visit the pounding site? Duty demands I remain here to inform as many as possible of the upcoming festivities. Leave it to me. 1,000 blessings upon you. I eagerly await your return and the delivery of our Advent mochi. Boo! Boo! Or moo? Oh my, it would appear Wakamaru here wishes to accompany you. Though but a young calf, Wakamaru is surprisingly astute. I assure you he will not be a hindrance. Can I ride him? Like, can he carry me over? I mean, hi. Woo! The Mochi Daikon should be at the pounding site at the southeast of Zephyr Gate. And the quest has been accepted, and so if you're wondering, that is the, if we go to lower decks, that is this area out here. So if you want a quick access to it, teleport back using the shard to the Aetherite Plaza, rather, and then heading out to Middle Nosa. And we are unlucky, and the fate hasn't yet begun, and that is over here. And of course, I have to hop onto my snowman mount and fly over there. Now, earlier when I was playing this... Oh, we have another snowman. Earlier when I was playing this, I was sitting here and we started a tower of snowmen. Because why not? Anyways, now for the waiting game. So there is a fate, as the description here. Complete the fate, the mochi that ate, well, that was perfectly timed. I don't even have to explain. Let's zoom out, though. He's hammering. And hammering. Well, I guess pounding the rice, technically. Grower, okay, why did you have to attack me first? Darn it! Gozu has been spooked. Quickly, we must disperse of the something that I missed. So basically, we need to defeat the living mochi here. And if you're wondering, you're going to be level 10, so you're not going to have many skills, which is why I only have my first hotbar available right now, because, well, there's no reason to have more than that. Then there'll be little mochis. And I hope more people help, because this is going to take a while otherwise. And yeah, okay, we're going to stop holding the X down so I can actually see my health in case it drops, because my microphone's kind of blocking my HP bar right now. Horses, it's still moving, keep cutting! Okay, now you can see there's these little guys. We need to defeat these ones as well, the Advent Mochis. There we go. And with that, we get 10 Heavensturn tickets. But before that, we'll head over here just to see this. There, everything is fine now. Easy now, Gozu. Grower! I see no further signs of wayward mochi about. Let's something. Let us return to Limsa for now. And then you'll see the ox following along as well. So, believe it or not, but you only need to complete this event, or this fate once, enough for 10 of the Heavensturn tickets, so you can find those in your inventory. Heavensturn ticket, an ornamented piece of parchment recognizing services rendered to this year's Byogo. And so, part of the quest, which you will find shortly, allows you to get one of the Kabuto. The other one is available with the festival person. And I will go over the costs of that in a moment, but getting gold rating in the fate is enough to get you one of everything. Also, it is very pretty here at nighttime. Anyways. So you can see we still can't talk to the vendor here, but that vendor will have the various items afterwards. Ushibogo. Bugyo. I butchered the name so bad. It's every year. You are returned. What of the mochi daikon? Daikon. Forget it. And where is Wakamaru? We are here at Bugyo, and none the worse for wear, all things considered. And he gives the account of the mochi pudding thingy, which appeared last year as well. I don't know that I'll see this dialogue because this character is new. Beset by a sentient mochi, having swallowed this year's reserves, mortar and all, I can but imagine what a terrible creature you faced. Would that this were the only time it was necessary to overcome such travails. During last year's celebration of the rat, we thought to use the waters of Daitenzen's soul spring in the making of our mochi. Much to our dismay, this resulted in not a delicacy, but a dreadful beast unlike anything we had ever seen. Though we thought it destroyed, I believe a sliver of that mochi monstrosity somehow survived. How it found its way to our supplies is anyone's guess. But that is neither here nor there. Thanks to your efforts, the beast is no more, and we have more than enough advent cakes for our celebration. Woo! Hooray! And stuff. As a small token of my appreciation, I offer you this, a kabuto much like mine own, adorned with a likeness of the majestic ox. But before you leave, might I be so bold as to ask a favor of you? I wish to deliver treats to as many of the residents here in Limsa as possible, and I suspect you know these streets far better than I. What an excellent idea! Woo! If you're up to the task, we can discuss the details of my plan further. And with that, we have the options of the Crimson Ushi Kabuto or the Black Ushi Kabuto. And as I mentioned, whichever one you don't pick, or well, both of them technically, will be available by the vendor. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick if you want both of them. We're going to go with the Black Ushi Kabuto just because it fits this character's attire currently. And then you have a Happy Moo Year achievement. And I have to say, I love the name of this achievement, Happy Moo Year. Akamaru. Woo! I know I'm trying to moo, but yeah. Anyways, after you're done that quest, you will have access to everything here in the vendor. From the vendor, rather. So we have the Crimson Ushi Kabuto, the Black Ushi Kabuto, the Handmade Akabeko, who's what I'm probably butchering as well. Then we have the Zoni food item, which is pretty much a standard throughout every Heavensturn event. If you want a free good, semi-good, for 10 gold, sets of 10 for one Heavensturn ticket, you should get it. Like, seriously, get it. I use them for just the experience bonuses and whatnot. Anyway, and then we also have this Magic Prism Advent Cakes, which we will get some from this side quest as well. But with the 10 here, you can see that the Kabutos both cost 5 each, and the Handmade Akabeko costs 3. And then we have 1 for each the Zoni and the Magic Prism. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other one here, other Kabuto, and I'll also grab one of these, and I will leave that other things for later, but I am going to show the rewards off towards the end. Apparently he's either sleeping or dead. Anyway, Ushibyogo. The expectant look in the Ushibyogo's eyes can mean only one thing. Ready to deliver advent cakes to the masses, are you? Good. The task shouldn't prove unduly difficult. I imagine the people will only be too happy to receive the treats. If you could take yourself to these 4 locations and land them to passerby, that should suffice to spread word of our festivities. Woo! and Wakamoto would accompany you once again, it would seem. Perfect. With him at your side, your intentions will be plain for all to see. Now then, I shan't keep you any longer. Go forth and let the good people know that Heavensturn is upon us. Woo! And so we have 4 locations on the map. That's not the map. The map here. Apparently I zoomed out of there. So we have one over here, there, and all the way over there. We're going to start with the closest one right here. And we will go over to that one last. Woo! What's this then? Ah, right. Heavensturn. Let's have one of them cakes then. Actually, make it 2. I know someone who'd be mighty sore to miss out. Ah, if it isn't the ever-ravishing Rose one. Come to secure some celebratory sweets, have you? Oh, Babalaco, the hell's you doing sneaking up on folk like that? Oh-ho, I see you're not the one, Oh-ho, I see you've not 1 but 2 advent cakes. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were securing a snack for a significant someone as well. You've got it all wrong. I'm feeling famished, see, and 1 cake wouldn't be enough to satisfy me. Is that right? And here and there I was boldly believing that one was bound for Carvalian. Sure, we'll go with that, Carvalian. Now listen here. You listen here. You say one more and I'll cut off your flat and blabbing tongue. Daps be darned. Still fast to fly into a fury, I see. Small wonder you can't reel in a romantic rendezvous. Humph. I'm leader of the Sanguine Sires. I have no interest in such nonsense. So if you didn't know, she's a pirate captain, and the other one he mentions is also a pirate captain. We're more familiar with him than her, because we have other dealings with him for other things. But anyways, such sensiling stubbornness. If she's not true to her feelings, she'll never catch the fish she fancies. And speaking of whom, what have we here? A calf? Ah, but of course, Heavensturn. You must be distributing advent cakes. If you have some left, I should like to have one. Wait, Carvalian. Carvalian? Whatever. Someone has already come to collect a cake on your behalf. On my behalf? I do not recall giving such an order to my crew. Well, if it should transpire that they had the forethought to procure one in my stead, then all well and good. But until such time as this is known, a cake, if you please. Well, we tried. Funny. Oh dear, the situation is sticky, though nowhere near as scrumptious as the cakes. Speaking of which, may I have one too? Bye-bye. Woo! Woo! Lieutenant Miko, what a welcome surprise! In the company of a young calf. If you're working with the Far Eastern if you're working with the Far Eastern delegates, then I take it you have advent cakes. Might I trouble you for one? Brushshot, shouldn't you be at your post? Ah, well, the lieutenant was on break and you see, and, Oh, it's just you, Batterin. Well, thank you not to startle me like that. I also said her name wrong, but whatever. Hee, apologies, Commander. I couldn't help myself. Heh, Commander. What is it? Have you something on your mind? It's nothing, lass. It still feels strange to call you by your title is all. What are you implying? Do you think me unworthy of my station? No, it's just, when I look at you, I still see that spirited young adventurer who was determined to help darn near everyone as stepped in her path. That kind-hearted girl's still there, mind, but she's done some growing too. I can't think of anyone better to lead the foreign levy. I'm proud of you, lass. I don't know what to say. Say nothing, just take a cake and go. I mean, any road, you're handing out them cakes, am I right? I'd be much obliged for one. Hello, Mr. Yuki. Ahem. If it's all the same to you, I ask that you keep that conversation private. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my post. Bye-bye. Woo! Woo! If only all cows sounded like that. Alrighty, and now we're gonna head over this way to the far one. Woo! 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 What's this now? Spreading a bit of Heavensturn cheer, are ya? Hope that means you got advent cakes to share as well. Lingzath, Nenaroon was not expecting such an unexpected meeting. Well, if it ain't our trusty helper from last year's festival. Nenaroon helped muchly, but Lingzath was much more helpful. Many readers read the Harbor Herald, and many came to taste tasty advent cakes. Thanks to you, people found newfound respect for Quakerns. Come now, I merely gave me honest opinion of the food. It was your hard work what won folk over. Lingzath not credit himself with enough credit. Without your descriptive descriptions of cakes, people may never have tried them. Well, anyone who appreciates a good treat would have come round eventually, I reckon, but I appreciate your words all the same. But enough talking talkatively. But enough talking talkatively. Nenaroon would feast on Feast of Advent cake. Hardworking people work hard to make cakes. Nenaroon think of them as Nenaroon chew on chewy goodness. A strong sense of duty, that one. Well, I'll be off myself. Nice to find a nice quiet spot to enjoy me own morsel. Bye-bye. Woo! And one more to go. Woo! Just when I thought I heard a peculiar lowing, Berthael came, come see. They're handing out advent cakes. Cake? I'm afraid my stomach couldn't handle it right now. There I was thinking your condition had improved. At any rate, might I trouble you for two? One for me and another for when his stomach is more agreeable. I would have one as well, if I may. Admiral? Well, if it isn't my esteemed guildmasters, come to partake of advent cakes as well, have you? We have. We weren't aware you were fond of them too, Admiral. Aye, and busy as you are, I thought you would have sent someone to collect in your stead. These advent cakes are said to bring one good fortune, are they not? I cannot well imagine good fortune would favor those unwilling to make an effort to personally receive it. A sentiment with which we can relate, Admiral. Gods know we crafting folk are a superstitious lot. Aye, and cakes aside, I have to say that just being out here I've just to say that being out here amidst the festivities is doing me good. Me head feels clear already. I'm glad to hear it. I too enjoy the opportunity to be out here alone, just another citizen, without an armed escort. Marshal Heavensturn will have a thing or two to say afterwards, but it is worth it. Now then, if you would be so kind. So, genuine surprised that it's her that's out here. My thanks, and now to find a quiet place to enjoy this in peace. And then get a few statements when you return. We should be taking our leave as well. Thank you again for the cake. Woo! Woo! And with that, to return to turn in the quest. Ushi Byogyo. Ah, you're returned, and with far fewer cakes than when you left. In the Far East, it is said that Ushi is the embodiment of honest and hard work, qualities which I see are shared by the adventurers of this land. I have no doubt this year's Heavensturn will be a rousing success, thanks in no small part to you. Woo! Woo! And, as I said, Magic Prism Advent Cakes. Ta-da! And once again, the vendor over here will have them there as well. And now to disappear to my housing area to actually show off the housing stuff and some of the other things. And here I am with the housing item, which name Aki something something. I'm totally blanking out of it. Thank you, Blizzaro, for going right there. And so it does look kind of cool. They're also bobbleheads, which obviously you can't see in just a simple picture. And that's kind of cool. Well, that one looks very angry. Blizzaria, you keep getting in the way. Whatever your name is. Anyways, we also have the different helms. So with starting, I'm gonna move that there. We'll start with the black Ushi Kabuto. And this one fits better with this character and the clothing that it's currently wearing. And this kind of matches this as well. Not entirely, the color is a bit different, but more so than the crimson one. And then here's the crimson Ushi Kabuto as well. And let's use the Advent Cake here. Let's zoom out to make sure we can actually see. Okay, let's go out of the building and go to see that. Because apparently I'm too zoomed in inside the apartment. Good to know. And it's also dark time. Dark time. It's also nighttime. Dark time. Ay. It's also nighttime here, so it should be easier to see as well. Let's zoom out a bit more. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, that's quite pretty. I didn't zoom out far enough though. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, and that is the event in a nutshell. And of course, I have to turn into this snowman because I can't not do that. Anyways, that is it for this video, and I'd just like to spend a merry 7th day of Christmas and a happy new year to anyone and everyone as well, and hopefully 2021 is much better for basically everybody everywhere. Yeah, 2020 has been quite a year. Anyways, that is it for this one. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button, and also please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Anyways, again, for the 4th time or 5th time now, that is it for this one. Thanks for watching.